All right, so Bay Terrace is about to look very different. Cord Meyer, yes, Cord Meyer, the same company that basically built this neighborhood back in the day, is putting up 3 mid-rise buildings right on top of the upper parking lot at the Bay Terrace Shopping Center. That's 145 apartments with 29 set aside as affordable, and they didn't need a rezoning to do it. I want to walk you through exactly what's being built. I want to talk about how it got approved, why no one voted on it, and what this might mean for you if you live in Northeast Queens. I'm not here to sell you on it. I'm here to break it down. No spin, no fluff. Because this is one of those projects that just happens, and for a place like Bay Terrace, which has always leaned suburban, sort of, that kind of thing really matters here. So what's actually going up here? What we're talking about is 3 new buildings, 5 stories tall, going up over those big upper level parking lots behind the AMC by 26th Avenue. It's a 145 rental units in total, a mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms with 20% set aside for income-restricted affordable housing. They're calling it underutilized asphalt, which basically means they ran some studies and figured, hey, we don't need all of this parking, so they're building over it. Each building is going to have a structured parking underneath, 1 space per apartment, plus EV chargers, which is huge if you think about it. Parking could be such a devastating issue in that area. So inside, think Class A rental vibes, rooftop terraces, lounges, co-working areas, clubhouse, elevators, the whole thing. Some apartments get balconies, and ground level ones will have townhouse style entrances. Construction's supposed to kick off any day now and wrap in about 2 years. The Bay Terrace Shopping Center stays open during all of this, but you might have to follow signs to get around the construction. So what's that gonna mean for local traffic? We're gonna have to just wait and see. And the price tag on this one, oh, wait for this, over $100 million just for the residential part. So yeah, this isn't a little side project, this is a major shift. So why this spot and why now? To get to what's happening here, you gotta know the backstory. Bay Terrace wasn't an accident. Cord Meyer built it in the 1950s as a suburban style community with garden apartments, wide streets, big lawns, and lots of parking. It was marketed as country living in the city, and that vibe still sticks. Those upper parking decks, they were built to handle peak shopping crowds, Thanksgiving weekend, holidays, stuff like that. But the rest of the year, they sit mostly empty. And if you live in Bayside, you know that's true. Now, the same developer that built it for cars is saying, this is dead space. Let's put people here. All right, so who is Cord Meyer really? Cord Meyer isn't new to this. They've been in Queens since 1904, helped develop Elmhurst, Forest Hills, and of course, Bay Terrace itself. This is one of their flagship properties. They lean towards mid-rise buildings, not mega towers, and they like to pitch their stuff as live, work, play. Think amenities, working from home, easy access to retail, and politically, they play the long game. They work with local officials, and they're usually smart about checking all the right boxes and keeping things moving. But if you lived in Bayside or Northeast Queens long enough, you might remember Cord Meyer had some fights with the community over zoning and density going back decades. So there's history here, and people remember it, the approval process. Here's the part that surprises most folks. This project, it didn't need a city council vote. Why? Because it's as of right. That means that the zoning already allows it. No rezoning, no ULURP, no public land use process with hearing and votes. Basically, Cord Meyer owns the land, and they're building what the zoning says they can. The Department of Buildings checked the plans, parking, egress, design, and they gave it the green light. That's it. They did talk to civic groups and the community board during the planning, but that was more of a heads up, not a vote. No binding say from the public, and because there's no rezoning, there's no big environmental review either. Any checks happening quietly in the background. So yeah, if you're wondering, how in the world did this go up so fast? The answer is, they didn't have to ask permission. They already had it. I mean, it's their property, right? So what are people, the locals of this area, saying if you go on Facebook or Reddit or wherever the people are talking about this. And some folks are like, they own the land, they're within their rights, it is what it is. Others are worried about traffic, parking, schools, and how the neighborhood's changing. Even posts about other projects in Bay Terrace often get sidetracked with complaints about this one. And for a lot of people, it blurs into one big narrative. Too much density, not enough say. One of the big recurring themes that we keep seeing is people talking about traffic on Bell Blvd and 26th Avenue, losing parking, especially during the holidays, the pressure that is going to be put on schools and local services, the fear of losing that Bay Terrace feel. That said, some voices are saying, look, if we need more housing, isn't it better to build on a parking lot than in someone's backyard? We're talking about, those accessory dwellings that they've talked about being able to build in a yard. All of this, it just depends who you ask. So let's talk visuals. If you've seen the renderings online, they show clean, modern buildings with landscaping, new sidewalks, outdoor hangout spaces, all designed to make the place feel more walkable and urban. But here's what jumps out: scale. 5 stories might not be massive in most of Queens, but in Bay Terrace, it's gonna stand out, especially when most buildings around here are 2-3 stories max. The shift is real. The old setup was park your car, walk across asphalt, grab some Five Guys. The new version is live upstairs, grab your laptop, work in a lounge, end of story. All right, what this could do to the market. This isn't just about 3 buildings. It's about what kind of housing gets added to a neighborhood, mostly made up of co-ops, condos, single-family homes, some 2-family homes. And some homeowners think, great, more people means more business for the shopping center. And others are more like, great, more congestion, because these are rentals, not condos. It changes the feel too. More turnover, maybe less long-term buy-in from residents here. And then there's infrastructure. Will traffic around Bell Blvd get worse? Will parking actually work with a new garage setup? Can schools handle more kids? These questions don't get answered right away. Obviously, we have to see this play out over a few years, but zoom out and you'll see this is part of a bigger trend across the country. Developers are turning malls into housing. This is Queens' version of that shift. So what most people miss, this project shows how much change can happen without a public fight. You don't need a rezoning to change a neighborhood, just a big old piece of land and the right zoning already in place. The real action isn't at the council hearing, it's really in the building code. Also, parking studies can say one thing, but people's lived experience might say another. So you might hear something like underutilized, but locals think about that one Saturday in December when every spot is taken. And affordable housing, it helps politically. 20% of the units is nothing to sneeze at, but in all the comment sections, the word affordable brings up a different set of debates. Finally, the identity shift. Bay Terrace was built as suburban. This is the same company that gave it that identity, now adding density. That tension isn't going away. Okay, so here's the big takeaway. This is more than 145 apartments. It's a sign of what's coming. As of right, development like this is going to be a major force in shaping Queens over the next decade. No votes, no rezonings, just developers using the zoning that's already on the books. If you live in Northeast Queens, this won't be the last time you hear about something like this. The real question is, do we figure out how to grow smart, or do we keep fighting the last war over zoning that's already been written? Let me know your thoughts. And if you want me to dig into what else is coming in Queens, drop a comment or shoot me a message. And don't forget to like and subscribe.